Welcome to the wasteland of obscure World War II history. Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into some of the lesser-known facts from World War II that you probably haven't heard about. I mean, we all know the main thrust, right? The Eastern Front swallowing millions of souls in its meat grinder, the Pacific Island hopping campaign that was like something out of a monstrously scaled-up version of trench warfare. But history, real history is about digging deeper. It's about unearthing the weird, the unexpected, the stuff they don't tell you in high school. And trust me, when it comes to the Second World War, there's a lot they left out. We're talking about a global conflict so massive, so full of strange twists and turns, that even after decades of study, we're still finding new things to be baffled by. So buckle up, folks, because we're about to embark on a journey through the forgotten back alleys of World War II. We're going to shine a light on the stories, the incidents, the sheer bizarre realities that most history books tend to gloss over. Get ready, because this is going to get weird. Now imagine this, it's 1944, the Allies are gearing up for the big push into Europe, D-Day is looming, and somewhere in England, a top-secret unit of American GIs is practicing inflatable tank deployment. I told you this was going to get weird, didn't I? This, my friends, was the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, otherwise known as the Ghost Army. Their mission? To stage the biggest, most convincing phantom army the world had ever seen. We're talking about using inflatable tanks, trucks, even airplanes, all designed to fool the ever-living daylights out of German reconnaissance. But it wasn't just about visual trickery. No, sir. These guys were masters of sonic deception too. They'd use massive speakers to blast out recordings of tank movements, troop chatter, construction sounds, anything to create the illusion of a large force on the move, all aimed at drawing German forces away from the actual Allied attacks. They even had artists in their ranks, camouflage experts, sound effects guys, all dedicated to making the fake seem real, to playing on the very human tendency to believe what your senses tell you, even when logic might say otherwise. And you know what? It freaking worked. The Ghost Army carried out over 20 deception operations, often right under the noses of the Germans, saving countless Allied lives in the process. They were like magicians in uniform, pulling off one grand illusion after another, all in the name of victory. And the best part is, for decades after the war, their exploits remained classified. Imagine that, an entire unit of phantom warriors, their contributions to the war effort shrouded in secrecy, their stories untold until now. All right, hold on to your hats, folks, because this next one involves espionage, a dead body, and a healthy dose of good old-fashioned British cunning. The year is 1943. The Allies are planning the invasion of Sicily, but there's a problem. How do you convince the Germans you're going to attack one place when you're actually going to attack somewhere else? Enter Operation Mincemeat, one of the most audacious deception plans of the entire war. The idea? Plant fake invasion plans on a corpse, let the Germans find it and watch them fall for it, hook, line and sinker. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what they did. They took the body of a man who had died of pneumonia, dressed him up as a British officer, gave him a new identity, Major William Martin, complete with a fabricated personal life, love letters, even theatre tickets. Then they chained a briefcase containing the phony invasion plans to his wrist, dumped the body off the coast of Spain and waited for the Germans to take the bait. Now you might be thinking, surely the Germans wouldn't fall for something so outlandish. But fall for it they did. The Nazis intercepted the body, bought the whole charade hook, line and sinker, and shifted their troops to defend against an invasion of Greece, leaving Sicily ripe for the taking. Operation Mincemeat wasn't just a clever ruse. It was a testament to the power of deception. A reminder that in war, sometimes the most effective weapon is the one the enemy doesn't even know you're using. Okay, time for a slight detour on our journey through the weird underbelly of World War II. And when I say detour, I mean a detour into the truly bizarre. Hold on to your sanity, folks, because we're going down under to talk about the Great Emu War of 1932. You heard me right. Emus. Those giant flightless birds that look like they wandered out of a prehistoric time capsule. Turns out in the years leading up to World War II, Australia had a bit of a bird problem. See, tens of thousands of emus, and I mean tens of thousands, were wreaking havoc on Australian farmland. These weren't just your average pesky birds. These were feathered bulldozers, destroying crops, tearing down fences, generally making life miserable for farmers already struggling through the Great Depression. So, what did the Australians do? They did what any self-respecting nation on the brink of global conflict would do. They declared war on the emus, and they sent in the big guns, literally. Soldiers armed with Lewis machine guns were deployed to combat the emu menace. You can already imagine the headlines: Emu Army defeats Australian soldiers, feathered fiends too tough for military might, because that's kind of what happened. The emus, you see, were surprisingly adept at dodging bullets. They were like feathered ninjas, scattering and regrouping, refusing to be herded into kill zones. The Great Emu War was a resounding defeat for the Australians. A comedy of errors that made international headlines and cemented the emu's place as a symbol of, well, if not Australian military might, then certainly their resilience. Amidst the unimaginable destruction of World War II, amidst the horrors inflicted upon humanity, there emerged a glimmer of hope, a testament to the enduring power of art, history, and the very soul of civilization. This, my friends, is the story of the Monuments Men. Now, these weren't your typical soldiers. These were museum directors, art historians, architects, men and women who risked their lives not just for their countries, but for the preservation of human culture itself. Their battlefield wasn't some bombed-out city, but the museums, churches and libraries of Europe, places where priceless works of art were under threat from Nazi looting and the ravages of war. Imagine, if you will, these men and women, armed not with rifles and grenades, but with magnifying glasses and catalogues, scouring bombed-out buildings, tracking down stolen masterpieces, negotiating with suspicious collectors, all while the world around them was literally falling apart. They faced danger at every turn, not just from enemy fire, but from booby-trapped mines hidden in the very art they were trying to save. They delved into salt mines converted into vast repositories of stolen treasure, recovered Michelangelo's Madonna from a looted church, tracked down Van Gogh's hidden in a castle. The Monuments Men were on a mission to rescue not just paintings and sculptures, but the very soul of a civilization under attack. They understood that to lose our art, our history, our collective memory would be to lose a part of ourselves. Their story is a testament to the power of human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there are those who fight to preserve the best of who we are. Okay, folks, buckle up, because this last story takes us from the battlefields of Europe to the sunny shores of California and into the realm of the downright eerie. It's February of 1942, just a few months after Pearl Harbor, and tensions are running high along the west coast of the United States. People are on edge, jumpy, fearing another Japanese attack. Then, in the dead of night, the air raid sirens blare across Los Angeles. Searchlights pierce the sky. Anti-aircraft guns roar to life, sending shell after shell into the darkened heavens. But what were they shooting at? That's the million-dollar question. According to official reports, it was an unidentified aircraft, possibly a Japanese plane or even a weather balloon. But eyewitnesses tell a different story. They describe a large, silent object hovering in the sky, sometimes described as cigar-shaped, other times as a giant glowing orb. The Battle of Los Angeles, as it came to be known, lasted for hours, with thousands of rounds of ammunition fired, yet the mysterious object remained unscathed, eventually disappearing into the night. Was it a genuine enemy aircraft? A weather balloon misidentified in the heat of the moment? Or was it something more unexplained? The official explanation remains murky at best, leaving many to believe that the Battle of Los Angeles was a case of mass hysteria, fueled by wartime paranoia. Whatever the truth may be, the Battle of Los Angeles stands as a chilling reminder of the power of fear, the fog of war, and the enduring allure of the unknown. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these little-known facts, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating history content. We've barely scratched the surface of the strange and obscure when it comes to World War II. History, as we've seen, is full of surprises, of forgotten stories, of events that make you question everything you thought you knew. So keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep digging deeper into the past. You never know what you might find lurking beneath the surface. See you next time!